Hi guys, my name is Joan and today I'll show you how to make amazing wall art for a fraction of the price. Now my first option for this is going to the thrift shop, but I know that it's very hard to find the frame size you want or even the art that you want there. So we're gonna make our own. In this video, I'll show you two different styles of wall art and you can customize either one of these any way that you want. In this video, you'll also find some small designer tips in there, so keep watching and let's get into the video. I want to redo the space above this couch that I have here in my apartment. As you can see, it looks very plain right now. And there's a window right next to it that is quite unsightly, so we're going to cover that up with curtain. First, you want to measure the space above your couch. The designer tip is that you want any frame or pictures above your couch to fill up 2/3 of that space. My couch measures 60 inches, so I split that into 3 to get 20 inches. Since I want 2 frames above my couch, I know that the width of each frame had to be 20 inches. And based off the standard picture frame size, I decided that I will make 20 by 24 inch size frames. After finding the sizes that I needed, I taped and cut some newspaper together to match it. Then I placed that on the wall to see if I liked how it looked. Another designer tip, especially if you choose to do a wall gallery, is that you want the center line of your art to be at eye level. Feel free to adjust this newspaper to your liking. Since I liked how this looked, I moved on to the next step by purchasing my supplies. For one frame, you'll need 1x2 common board. I got mine at Home Depot where it was also cut to size. It was about $3 for an 8-foot long piece. Next, you'll need screws and a drill or nails with a hammer. Yogi's choice. You'll need a picture hanger, a staple gun, and some scissors. Lastly, for your artwork, you can get tapestry or a shower curtain or any cloth with a design you like. Make sure it is big enough to wrap around your frame. I got tapestry from Amazon, which was $12. Optional is a square ruler to make sure your frame has perfect 90-degree angles when assembled. Something to keep in mind when getting your wood cut is that the actual size of a 1x2 board is 3/4 inch by 1.5 inches. When you're getting the width of your frame cut, you have to subtract the thickness of the wood. Since this is 3/4 on both sides, in order to make my total width 20 inches, I had to cut my wood to 18.5 inches. Now it is time to assemble our frame! Note that your wood has a bad side, which is jagged, and a good side, which is smoother. You want the good side facing up. If neither sides are smooth, use sandpaper. I started by drilling pilot holes into the long sides of my frame. This prevents the wood from splitting. Then, I prepped the screws by drilling it halfway into these pilot holes. After that, I joined the long height pieces with the short width pieces and screwed them together, making sure that the good sides of the wood was facing up. With one frame done, I made another and moved on to the next step. Grab your tapestry, cloth, or shower curtains. Place your completed frame onto it with the image you want to show. Cut around this with a 2-inch seam allowance. Iron out your tapestry and place it face down on your workspace. Put your frame on it with the image you want centered. You will then fold the fabric over the frame and staple the cloth into place. One side is done, go to the opposite side. Be sure to pull the fabric real tight and staple. When you get to the corner, pull the corner of the fabric at a 60-degree angle, then fold over the excess. I repeated this step on my other frames and moved on to attaching the picture hanger. Find the center of your frame and mark that with anything. For me, I used a push pin. Line up the center of your picture hanger with the center of your frame. Then hammer the nails in to attach the two. Since I didn't have a hammer, I used a sturdy clay mask jar. Now to hang it. Cut a piece of masking tape the width of your frame and mark the center of it with a pen or a marker. It should look like this. Take the tape to your wall and place it on the top of your newspaper. Drill a hole into the wall, put in your wall anchor, then screw your screw in with a small nub sticking out. Take off the newspaper and hang your art. Repeat this as needed. For the next type of wall art, you will need to make the same frame. Instead of a tapestry, you will use this canvas drop cloth. Place your frame on this after ironing out the creases. With a pen, outline the frame and cut the canvas 1/8 of an inch less than this line. After you staple this cloth onto your frame, it should look like this. You can cut off any excess canvas and paint whatever you want on this, which is what I did later that day. The next morning, I wasn't happy with it, so I replaced the canvas sheet and redid the art. Okay guys, before we get to the final reveal, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like what you've seen so far, just like and hit the subscribe button. If you have any comments or questions about this project, just comment it down below. Now, I want you guys to really try this project because it's a fun weekend DIY that you can get done, and I think you'll really enjoy the process. So without further ado, let's see how this face turned out.